Okay, welcome to lesson 4 of sequences and series. So namhlanje sidiscussa i-quadratic sequence. Kumbule sidiscusse i-arithmetic sequence where we have i-common difference nabasinikele i-sequence, and then sabuye saba ne-geometric sequence la sine common ratio. So namhlanje sidiscussa i-quadratic sequence esi-identify ngokuthi sibe ne-second common difference. So as an introduction, let us read through this paragraph here. So lanabati, at least 4 numbers are needed to determine whether the sequence is quadratic or not, right? But you need at least 4 numbers to determine whether the sequence is quadratic or not. Kumbule nasithomako sithe identify ukuthi sequence ifoma i-pattern, you need at least 3 numbers from this section, but you would need at least 3 numbers in the list to work out if the numbers form a pattern. So now the numbers 3, you can say ungakhona ukubona ukuthi i-pattern leyo ifoma i-arithmetic sequence or a geometric sequence. Now for a quadratic sequence you need at least 4 numbers, right? You need at least 4 numbers in the sequence to determine whether the sequence is quadratic or not. So as a hint, right, if we exam bakunikele is sequence enama term i4, probably if abakakutshela ukuthi quadratic sequence, probably it is a quadratic sequence. As a hint, use that as a hint or rule of thumb ukuthi if bakunikele at least 4 terms ngenze ukuthi i-quadratic sequence leyo. So ukonfirm ukuthi i-quadratic sequence uzokubona ngokuthi i-first difference yakho, right? Okay, so let us look at this number pattern: 6, 10, 14, 18. Now we can see if there is a second common difference. So bakunikele in number as 4. I-first difference yakho ngile. Now uzothi T2 minus T1 uthola u6. Now uthi 12 minus 6 uthola u6. Now uthi T3 minus T2 uzothi 22 minus 12 uthola u10. And then now uzothi T4 minus T2 uzothi 36 minus 22 uthola u14. So immediately uyabona ukuthi okay, this sequence is not an arithmetic sequence because the first difference is not constant, or we don't have a common first difference, right? And again, if you check uzobona ukuthi okay, it's not a geometric sequence either. If 12 divided by 6 uthola u2, but then if 12 divided by 12 divided by 6 uthola u2, right? But then if 22 divided by 12, you don't get 2. So lokho kutshela ukuthi it's not a geometric sequence also. Then we are left with one option. It is a quadratic sequence. Sibona ngani ukuthi quadratic sequence ngokuthi our second difference is constant. So i-second difference yethu sithola ngokuthatha item number 2 lapha ku first difference minus item number 1 from first difference sithole 4. So T10 minus 6 sithole u4. Sibuye sithi 14 minus 10 sithole u4. Sithi 18 minus 14 sithole u4. So i-first difference, if i-second difference yakho lapho i-constant. So in this sequence there is a second common difference of 4. So a quadratic sequence what is in a second difference, right? A pattern with a common second difference is called a quadratic number pattern, number sequence. The general formula for any term of a quadratic sequence is Tn is equals to an squared plus bn plus c. Okay, so ngizobuyela kule sequence lena and try to discuss it in detail, right? Okay, I think sule la. Okay, and then select the ball pen. So sine sequence ebathi sine sequence 6 10 14 18, right? 6 10 14 18. 6 10 14 18, right? So sinamatem i4 kule sequence. As a hint, but you need at least 4 numbers to determine if a sequence is quadratic or not, right? So sinazi numbers e4. Let us take first difference ulamatem. So we'll move from 6 to 10. What happened? If you say 6 minus 10, you get 4. So in order to move from 6 to 10, you'll add 4. Okay. Alright, sorry, sequencing color we wrong lana. Sequencing color wrong. So sequencing mailing focus is this one: 6 12 22 36 54. 6 12 6 12 22 36 54. Okay, 6 12 22 36 54. So mastata if it difference glamour term masiti 12 minus 6 sithola ukuthi it's 6. So ukumove from 6 to 12 by 8 6 masiti 22 minus 12 sithola 10. So ukuthi ba move from 12 to 22 by 8 10. Masiti 36 minus 22 sithola 14. So ukuthi ba move from 22 to 36 by 8 14. Sibe no 54 minus 36. So ukuthi ba move from 36 to 54, they added 18, right? So this is our first difference. It's our first difference. Okay, so because if first difference is not constant, siyabona ukuthi this is not an arithmetic sequence. Again, it's not a geometric sequence because term 2 divided by term 1 is 2, but term 3 divided by term 3 divided by term 2 is not 2. So ngikusho lana ukuthi i-common ratio asinayo. So it's not a geometric sequence because if uthi 12 divided by 6 uthola u2, which is not equals to 22 divided by 12. So a common ratio ayikho lapho. So siyazi ukuthi this is not a geometric sequence also. Okay, yeah, so it's also not arithmetic because the first difference is not constant. So if we start is second difference, sizoba no 10 minus 6, which is 4. Sibe no 14 minus 10, which is 4. Sibe no 18 minus 14, which is 4. So this is our second difference. This is our second difference, and it's constant. Because we have a constant difference, constant second difference, this is a quadratic sequence. This here is a quadratic sequence because we have a constant second difference, right? Again, into kumele uyinotice lana ukuthi a quadratic sequence, first difference yakhona is an arithmetic sequence. So first difference le, it's an arithmetic sequence because mawuthatha a difference between the consecutive terms of this, you'll get a constant difference. I hope that makes sense. If awukakuzwa lokho, send me a text ngikuchazele kuhle. Okay, so yeah, a quadratic sequence ibona ngokuthi sibe ne second common difference. Ngikho abazama ukuchaza kule paragraph, but you need at least 4 numbers to determine whether the sequence is quadratic or not. So basinikela I sequence, basinikela term I5, right? And then the first difference is this, the second difference is this. Second difference is constant. Into ebalulekile in quadratic sequence ukuthi it is a pattern with a common second difference. Okay, now let us look at a formula, a general term for a quadratic sequence. So it is a quadratic sequence, so the general term is Tn is equals to an squared plus bn plus c, right? So with term number 1, if we substitute u1 kule formula, uzothola ukuthi it's a plus b plus c. If we substitute u2 wherever you see n in this formula, uzothola ukuthi term number 2 of a quadratic sequence, it's 4a plus 2b plus c. And then if we substitute u3 in this formula, uzothola ukuthi term number 3 with quadratic sequence is 9a plus 3b plus c. And then if we substitute u4 in this formula, it will tell you what term for a quadratic sequence is 16a plus 4b plus c, jalo njalo. And then so la we have a quadratic sequence. If first difference yakhona sithola ngokuthi sithi term 2 minus term 1 isinikele u3a plus b, right? Sibuye sithi term 3 minus term 2 isinikele u5a plus b. Sithi term 4 minus term 3 isinikele u7a plus b. So a first difference leni sinayo la, a first difference. And then masithatha I difference yaleyo first difference sithola ukuthi it's 2a. So if uthi 5a plus b minus 3a plus b ikunikela u2a. Now we are uthi 7a plus b minus 5a plus b ikunikela u2a again. So we have a constant second difference yaka 2a. So it confirms what this is a quadratic sequence, right? Babuya lana bathi if Tn equals to an squared plus bn plus c, then 2a is the second difference. 2a lona is the second difference. 3a plus b is term 2 minus term 1. A plus b plus c is the first term. So information le ekule box leli ibalulekile. Take note of that, because nawune quadratic sequence uzokusebenzisa u2a, uwe usebenzise u3a plus b, uwe usebenzise u-a plus b plus c ukuthi uthole iformula ye-general term for any quadratic sequence, right? So ukuthi senze lokho, let us look at this example. 12, 20. Let us look at this example. Okay, I think ibhale ngapha. Okay, and then erase all of this. Okay, so example yethu nayi. So look at the number sequence: 12, 20, 32, and 48, right? So let's find the first difference. We have 12, we have 20, we have 32, we have 48, right? Let us find the first difference. Now city term 2 minus term 1 is 20 minus 12, so number 18. Now city term 2 minus, sorry, term 3 minus term 2, so 32 minus 20, which is 12. Now city term 4 minus term 3, sibano 16, right? So the first difference is ngile. Okay, and then masiti term, sorry, la kumele ngibe no 8 ngicalculate kumbe because 20 minus 12 is 8. Okay, so mangiti so the first difference in Elena. So now sesifuna is second difference. Now it is 12 minus 8, it's 4. Now it is 16 minus 12, that's 4 also. So sine second difference, right? Sine constant second difference, we have 4, we have 4. Therefore this is a quadratic sequence. Because it's a quadratic sequence, we can use this formula for the general term: an squared plus bn plus c, where 2a is equals to the second difference, which is 4. A is equals to 2. And then we have 3a plus b is equals to 8, right? Ekusitshela ukuthi nasubstitute a as 2 in this equation, we can solve for b. So ekusitshela ukuthi 3a, and then substitute a, which is 2, plus b is equals to 8. Okusitshela ukuthi b is equals to 8 minus 6, so b is 2 as well. And then siyabuya siba no a plus b plus c. This is the first term of any quadratic sequence, so it's gonna be 12. So this is equals to 12. must substitute ama-value ka-A no B, we can solve for C. A is 2, B is 2, and then now we can solve for C. Lokhu sitshela ukuthi C is equals to 12 minus 4. 12 minus 4 is 8. Therefore, the formula general term is Tn is equals to 2n squared plus 2n plus 8. Right? The formula general term there. Okay. Formula general term. So yeah, into abayenzako ngiyo lana, bafuna formula general term. Okay, yeah, C is 8. Each formula general term nayi nabanayo la 2n squared plus 2n plus 8 ekungilesi itholile nathi la. Okay. Now let us move on to an activity and solve lama question abanawo la. Let me create space quickly for activity. Okay. Okay, asicala ama question lawo ay-3 first. Right, so we have a sequence or a number pattern. Consider this number pattern. Yabona sine number pattern abasitshela ukuthi this pattern is an arithmetic, geometric or quadratic. But as a hint, if you are given more than 3 terms, as a hint, only as a hint, it could be a quadratic sequence, right? If they give you 3 terms only, then you would be dealing with an arithmetic or a geometric sequence. But then we have more than 3 terms, it could be a quadratic sequence. Mara ukuthi a quadratic sequence, you'll first look for uzothoma uqale ukuthi i second common difference ikhona na, then you would conclude. If ikhona, you would conclude ukuthi it's a quadratic sequence. So as solve question A. Question A bathi determine the general term of this pattern. So bafuna i-formula yaka Tn la ku-A. Bafuna ukwazi ukuthi Tn is equals to what. So sinama formula ay-3 for Tn. Sino Tn equals to A plus n minus 1 d. For an arithmetic, sibe no Tn is equals to A Rn minus 1. For a geometric, sibe no Tn equals to an squared plus bn plus c. For a quadratic. So nabanginikele i-sequence, into yokuthoma okumele uyenze ukuthi uqale ukuthi ngiyiphi formula ozoyisebenzisa la. So mele uthome ngoku-identifya i-sequence into engitsho. If you identify leyo sequence as an arithmetic sequence, then uyazi ukuthi uzofocusa la kule formula yokuthoma. If we identify as a geometric, then you focus on the formula is 2. If we identify as a quadratic, we focus on the formula is 3. Right? Then now let us identify this sequence. 3, 13, 31, 57, 91. Right? As funny first difference. Right, first difference is 13 minus 3, that's 10. and then 31 minus 13, that's 18, and then 57 minus 31, that's 26, and then 91 minus 57, that's 34. So i-first difference yethu lena, right? And then siyabuya sifuna i-common second difference, sithi 18 minus 10 sithola u-8, sithi 26 minus 18 sithole u-8, sithi 34 minus 18 sithole 34 minus 26 sithole u-8 nakhona. So we have a constant second difference or a common second difference. Therefore, because we have a constant second difference, we are dealing with a quadratic sequence here. Usitshela ukuthi focus yethu ikule formula leyo ugcina la, right? So ukuthola i-formula ye-general terms yazi ukuthi sisebenzisa u-Tn is equals to an squared plus bn plus c, where u2a is equals to common difference, the second common difference, right? Ukusitshela ukuthi a is equals to 4, right? And then u3a plus b, this is equals to 10, right? Ukusitshela ukuthi u-b, when we substitute a lapha, so 3 times 4 plus b equals to 10. Usitshela ukuthi u-b is equals to 10 minus 12, so u-b uzoba minus 2, right? And then a plus b plus c uzoba equals to 3, right? And then now substitute our a as 4 and then b as minus 2. Uzokhona ukusolve for u-c, sorry la kumele ngibe no c, oh sorry la no b, yang right, la no b then no c, la kumele ngibe no c khona. Okay, this is equals to 3. Ukusitshela ukuthi u-c is equals to 3. Okay, left hand side is 4 minus 2 plus c. 4 minus 2 is 2 plus c. Then c is equals to 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. So a formula general term is Tn is equals to 4n squared plus bn. So 4n squared plus bn loyo u-b minus 2. So it's 4n squared minus 2n plus 1. A formula general term leyo. Formula general term, so a simsolvile. So it's 4n squared minus 2n plus 1. So I'll think erase the last C, solve equation B. Okay. Okay, so i-solution yaka isitholile ukuthi it's Tn is equals to 4n squared minus 2n plus 1, right? A low b but calculated the 7th term of the sequence. So calculate the 7th term, you'll see so substitute 7 where you see n in that formula, right? So 7 squared minus 2 7 plus 1, right? then t7 is equals to 4 times 7 squared minus 2 times 7 plus 1. So t7 it's 183. Term number 7 183. Right, says here question C, which term is equals to 241? So bafuna ukubazi ukuthi u241 ukuposition bani in this number sequence, right? So ngamanye amagama bathi which term is equals to 241, right? So uzothi tn equals to 241. Tn umsolvile already. Tn is n squared minus 2n plus 1, that's equals to 241. So manje sine quadratic equation. So sekuba equation yaka solve for n in a quadratic equation. Asithathe u41 lo assimilate ngapha, sizoba no n squared minus 2n minus 240, right, is equals to 0. Now we can factorize this. Okay, equals to 0, and then iziphi number ngizothi mangizi multiplier singinikele minus 240, then mangizihlanganisa zinginikele minus 2. So ama factors ka 240 maningi. Okay, let's think. Okay. Oh, I made a mistake here. So la kumele ngibe no 4n squared. Oops. 4n squared, sorry. Kumele ngibe no 4n. Okay, so instead of having this, so divide throughout by 2, right? Sizoba no, if we divide our 4n squared by 2, siba no 2n squared. Then if it's divided 2n with 2, siba no n. If it's divided 240 with 2, siba no 120. Right, now we have to factorize. Right, we have to factorize this. So if you factorize picking, you can use a quadratic formula. I think available formula sheet. So quadratic formula lady x is equals to minus b plus of minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, right? Then if we substitute accordingly, we calculator will see what it's minus, b is minus 1 plus of minus the square root of b squared, it's minus 1 squared sorry kubaleke kancane lani. Minus 1 squared minus 4, a is 2, c is minus 120 divided by 2a, which is 2 over 2. So thola ukuthi x is equals to 1 plus the square root of 1 squared minus 4 times 2 times minus 120 divided by 2 times 2. X is equals to 8, or x is equals to minus 7 over 5, minus 7.5, sorry, minus 7.5, right? Factors for this equation, it's plus 2 is 2n plus 15, or n multiplied by n minus 8. So n 2n plus 15 is equals to 0, or n minus 8 is equals to 0. So 2n is equals to minus 15 over 2, which is minus 7.5, or n is equals to 8. Right? So our solution will be n equals to 8, because n should be a natural number. It is described by position yaka 241 kule number pattern. So we'll go with n equals to 8. Okay, yeah, that's it with question 1 of activity 2. Moving on to question 2 of activity 2. This solely line to activity question 2. So let's then do question 2. Okay. Question 2. Okay, so question 2, but find term 6 of this pattern and then find the rule or in the form Tn is equals to an squared plus bn plus c. Right, so it's in a sequence, right? Sequencing minus 1, 3, 9, 17, 27. Slowly, first difference is 3 minus 1, it's 4. 99 minus 3, it's 5. 97, oh sorry, it's not 5, man. 9 minus 3 is 6. 17 minus 9, that's 8. 27 minus 17, that's 10. And then this is our first difference, and then notice 6 minus 4 is 2, 8 minus 6 is 2, 10 minus 8 is 2. This is our second difference, right? So we have a second difference of 2. Therefore this is a quadratic sequence, right? So it's a quadratic sequence, right? ukuthi sithole u-term number 6 la sizoba ukuthi sithole u-term number 6 of the sequence. Sifuna u-term 6 nasi no T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, sifuna u-T6, right? Ukuthi sithole u-term number 6 kumele si-add u-27 plus some number here. Asithole leyo number sizoyithola ngokuthi si-add u-2 lapha ku-10, sizo-add u-12. So now uthi 27 plus 12 izokunikela u-term number 6, right? 27 plus 12 is 39. So term number 6 with 39, right? And then we're about to find the formula for the general term. Tn is equals to an squared plus bn plus c. Tn is equals to an squared plus bn plus c, where 2a is equals to our common difference, second common difference of 2, which means a is equals to 1, and then 3a plus b is equals to 4, which implies that 3 times 1 plus b is equals to 4, which implies that b is equals to 1. Then a plus b plus c is equals to minus 1. Substituting a and b, it's 1 plus 1 plus c equals to minus 1, which implies that c is equals to minus 1 minus 2, it's minus 3. Therefore Tn is equals to n squared plus n minus 3, right? So yeah, that's it for today. Tomorrow sizodiscussa i-combination, sizodiscussa ama-series, arithmetic series and geometric series, right? Sizodiscussa ama-series tomorrow. Yeah, that's it for today on quadratic sequences.